with our cleaning, and this is my first opportunity to work with Annabelle with the Panasonic Jet Clean. This thing it's called JetForce. It's an amazing, amazing vacuum, and we have it at the lowest price we've had. It was $350 the last time it came out. They dropped the price to $299.95. Don't forget the shipping is also free. That's another $17 off. This is the ultimate clean with the best features available. It's got something we call JetForce technology. It never ever will lose suction on you. When you see the head design and how it can be manipulated, it gets the maximum clean edge to edge everywhere. It's easy to maneuver. It's lightweight on your hands because remember it's a canister back, so the bulk of the weight of the machine is on the floor. You never have to deal with that. It comes with a multi-surface nozzle, which we're going to talk about, and Annabelle talked about a little bit earlier about when you see how cool this is. It's really, really neat. It works on any type of floor. You get an excellent variety of accessories to go along with this, including your telescoping wand. You get that for extended reach. It's got the edge grabber nozzle. It's got the retractable cord, which I love because the thing I hate about my vacuum is having to wind that cord. Here's Annabelle. She's going to tell you more about it. Hello.
Hi.
2 days in a row for you and me.
I know, it's amazing.
Fantastic.
It is.
I've seen you use this vacuum before. Demonstrate it.
It's really great.
Amazing.
Now, this is one that's had the industry talking because it is so different. And that's the vacuum industry. They were like, did you see what Panasonic did? Now, I also want you to know this is a customer pick already. The magic is kind of in the nozzle. It's a scaled down nozzle, but all the power stayed. And what they did was they wanted to do this so that it can do large surfaces, but also kind of your urban living, your smaller spaces. You can get in all of those smaller spaces with no problem. Now, this is called the nozzle. Even if you had an upright, the part that's cleaning is the nozzle. On this nozzle, now watch, I'm gonna turn sideways because I want you to see this. Did you just see that? It actually flips up. So it gets the power system closer to where the dirt is and gets all that dirt up. Now underneath, you've never seen bristles quite like this. Normally on bristles, they're very, very stiff. Panasonic researched and found the perfect texture for the brushes where it actually polishes your floors as well. Then, when you're vacuuming, it turns on its edge and passes through the thinnest spaces. Now, why is that important? Because maybe you're a little older and that armoire that you have hasn't been vacuumed behind in a couple of years.
Right.
Because you can't get back there. Now, with a 2-inch path, you can get behind the armoire. How about behind that 60-inch TV? Now, let me show you. I'm going to let you hold that because it's a great technology. Now, if you notice, my vacuum is in the park position, so that's great to know. But I lift it up, and now I have my wand in my hand. So in a canister, the canister's on big wheels, so it wheels around. You're not carrying the weight. Now, I'm going to put this on its setting. All the settings are in the palm of your hand. I'm going to put this on suction, and I want you to watch what happens. Now, keep your eye on the nozzle because this is going to be amazing. Watch what happens. Up it goes. Now, it's up on its edge, and that's one of the incredible technologies that Panasonic came up with. Now, watch as I pass behind your armoire. The 60-inch TV that you can't move. I only need 2 inches to pass between any narrow surface, and then down it comes, and I'm ready to vacuum there as well.
I've never seen that
Let me do it again. I know, because it's really cool.
That's the first time I've ever seen a vacuum do that.
Up it goes.
That is cool.
And now I'm passing behind all those places where all the dust bunnies are, and that big line of dust because you never got behind the armoire, the couch, and all of those places.
So no reason to add an extra attachment that squeezes down in there when you can lift it up on its side and get the full suction from that. That's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody was talking about it at all the trade shows. They were like, wow, that's brilliant. It's one of those things, why did I think of that? So now you're passing behind, you're leaving no dirt behind. And here's the other thing as we travel here. And what's nice is this does travel with you. It's on the big wheels, so you're not carrying the weight. And a lot of people with any kind of issues and aches and pains like that because you're not pushing the big weight. And also when you put on your brush, it becomes kind of self-propelled feeling. Now we're going to put on our suction here because I want you to see the other feature. It's called Edge Grabber, and because when you get up to the edge, watch what happens here. I'm actually getting that dust before I even get there, and then I go up there. What I want you to see is what happened with that shutter. Did you see? It went up. That put my suction closer to the dirt. Normally, that dirt gets left behind, and then you have to go back with another tool to get that dirt. Watch this. The suction is there because it's Panasonic. I go up to the edge grabber lifts up, and all that dirt in the corner is gone. I'm not coming back with another tool. So it's a time saver, and it grabs all that dirt for you right there in the corner. And you know you can trust the Panasonic name. This is a brilliant technology. Now, as I'm going as well, those brushes are actually polishing the floor if I want. If I turn that on, I can give a little polishing to those surfaces that I want, and it glides in your hand. Now, the other nice thing is you can adjust for your height. Guy's a little bit taller. You want it all the way up. You're a little bit shorter. You have all of this adjustability in your handle. Which
so for me,
yes,
and look at, I mean, come on, look, I don't even have to, it's barely have to move your body whatsoever like that. So it's on this highest level. I've never seen a vacuum with that kind of extension, ever.
Yeah, it makes it really easy. A lot of things are really thought out in this vacuum, and it is a customer pick.
You know what?
Okay.
It moves, it kind of moves itself.
Did you feel the difference when you turned on the brushes?
Yeah.
That's when it becomes almost self-propelled.
It totally does.
Did you feel that? Yeah.
Yeah,
really
because when you just have it on suction, right? When you're deactivating the brushes because you're just cleaning something on a hard floor, and then as soon as you kick this on, it kind of moves you along. It actually, it definitely does. It decreases the weight even more in your hands. Yes. I also love fingertip control into your hand.
Isn't that nice?
Having to bend over or to
there's no bending on this.
Even with the cord, you just step on the top and it retracts the cord. I have to give everybody, because we haven't even scratched the surface. There's HEPA filtration, all this other great stuff going on. But what I want to tell you is, I have 265 for the whole country. It's 265 of these. It's free shipping for today, and that shipping is expensive. I think it's 15 or 20 bucks or something like that, isn't it, Jared? Yeah, it's about $15 or $20, and plus you're getting $50 off the price, and you can break up the payments and put it on FlexPay as well. If you're looking for the ultimate vacuum, this is a great vacuum also for ladies or gentlemen out there that might have issues with their hands, because there's barely any weight in your hand. Remember, most of the weight is down on the floor. That's where the canister is, and then it trails along. It follows you wherever you go. Right. So you don't have to deal with that heavy weight. It works on any surface, whether it's your hard surfaces, your carpeted surfaces, area rugs, it adjusts to everything.
Well, we call this multi-surface JetForce. Now, in the JetForce vacuums in Panasonic, it's cyclonic. There are 8 cyclones in this. It also, the force is that it's narrow at the waist, which forces all the debris down the bottom, which means you never lose suction, just like those vacuums that are $400 and $500. So, and the 8 cyclones make sure that you're getting great vacuuming every time. Now, we did a hard surface. It's multi-surface, so yes, you can use it on your carpets, but you could use it on any of your hard surfaces if you linoleum or ceramic, porcelain, travertine. Travertine is great because this vacuum can get in all the little grooves and divots and grout lines. You don't have to worry about that. It doesn't miss anything. Now watch this. If you have pets, this is still your vacuum. I'm going to put it on the brush, which gives me that self-propelled motion. But watch this. Look at that. It's actually getting to the hair before I even get to it. Take a look at what it did, even with the smaller nozzle. Now I can head right over to a hard surface, and it kind of self-adjusts, and then I can come right back up. Whoop, there we go. And take a look at how it picks up all of that pet hair. Look at that center. Look at that difference. That's remarkable. So even though you have the scaled down nozzle, you're not losing any of your power here that you might expect if the nozzle was bigger. We did this because we wanted to leave you have the power, but in an urban setting, in a smaller apartment, in the townhomes, you have that smaller nozzle for smaller spaces. But because it has so much power, it's absolutely fine in all of your bigger spaces, no matter what your square footage is. Now, this head actually has a polishing feature. Normally, when you turn on your agitator, on your vacuum, it's the hard bristles that you're shutting off or putting on so you don't scratch your floor. In this case, you're leaving your bristles on. Watch what happens. This is totally amazing. So I go to suction, which is on, then brush. Now watch what happens on my hard floor surface. If you have laminate, hard floor, wood, look at this. My brush is actually polishing as I am vacuuming. I took away that dirt, but I also polished the floor. Look at the gloss on that. The technology of it, that's why I said, I opened with, everybody was was talking about this. You know, when things are launched, there's trade shows.
Yeah.
Everybody was flocking to the booth going, did you see what Panasonic did?
That's amazing.
Because it's totally new technology.
There's no scattering of anything.
No.
Look at how it gets everything edge to edge.
And it's gliding in my hand.
Have you ever seen a wood floor vacuumed like that before?
Yeah.
I've never. You know, I had a vacuum where you could deactivate the brush, but then the stuff scattered all over the place, and it was so heavy in your hands that you could never, even to lift it, and I was thinking about my mom trying to lift a vacuum. I'm like, she's never going to do that. Remember, the bulk of the weight is down on the floor.
Yeah,
what's in your hand is, I'm telling you, what's in your hand is maybe 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds at the most. All the way, and even that's not that heavy, and it trails wherever you go.
Because they have big rubber wheels, guys.
And
so
remember, you can go up on your edge, and you can get in between. It still has the suction because you've got that little bar that creates and keeps and maintains that suction, whether you're going up against a curb or whether you're turning it up on its side. I've never seen anyone do that. I've never seen a vacuum that extends this much. This also has a washable filter. It has
the pre-filter is washable, which is great, so there's no money pit there. And then you have a HEPA media exhaust filter. That means the air that's passing out of your system is going through the HEPA media and not going into your air. So Panasonic put in all that. Look at that, guy. That's awesome.
It's insane.
Oh, you're so talented. Now go back and pick up all that dirt. Good job.
This is unbelievable. I mean, and again, I don't know if you can see, but I'm vacuuming with 2 fingers.
Yeah, let's see what you're on. Yeah, perfect. You're on
suction. And I'm not that skilled. I'm using it. This is crazy.
It is. It's great feeling in your hand, and it is a Panasonic, so you do have all of the power.
Do you know what?
Now, it's also cyclonic and bagless, so you never need a bag, and it's so easy to empty, and I'm going to show you that.
It's really easy if you're watching to manipulate. I mean, honestly, I'm doing this with one hand. There's not this big, bulky vacuum trailing behind you. You'll also notice that Annabelle and I can have a conversation because most of the noise, which is minimal anyway as machines go, is down there. There it is. Now I just put that, man, when you kick that brush on, this thing looks, it's like a little race car, man. Look at how fast it goes.
And that really helps a lot of people who have any kind of issues where, you know, it's self-propelled. That helps you. You're not doing the work. Now, this is our shutter grabber system. This is so cool. Pay attention here. So first of all, I'm going to turn on, and then onto the brush because I'm on a carpet surface. Watch as it grabs all of that dirt, all of that pet hair. So if you have pets, yes, this is your vacuum. Watch as, because this profile is so low, just 2 inches, watch as I go under furniture. So I'm grabbing furniture or the hair and debris at every single angle. And now here's the cool thing. I don't want you to miss this, and I want the camera to get this. This is edge grabber system. When I go up to this edge, watch as the shutter goes up. Are you ready for this? Okay, watch this. First of all, see, it's grabbing it before I get there. Now, did you see the shutter go up?
Yeah.
On any other vacuum, you have to come back and pick up what's left there with another tool. So you're giving work to yourself. In this case, that shutter flips up, grabs that dirt, releases back down, and you've done fast and efficient ironing. I was doing irons yesterday, can you tell?
Right.
Vacuuming. And it works great. And that's what was all the talk at the trade show, because that shutter system brings up, so actually what it's doing, it's bringing you closer to the brushes and to the suction that's going to take up all of that dirt. And it has a swivel feature, so it swivels in your hand for whatever direction you need to pick up that dirt. So that lift up is great. Now, it does have a self-parking feature, so whether you want to store it by taking the hose off and hanging the hose and then putting your canister away, but it also has this little self-parking so that you can just let it sit and stand. It just docks right there. Let's show them the cyclones, because I think this is really important. When you're paying $300 for a vacuum, you want to know actually that it is cyclonic, it is bagless, that you're getting HEPA media, and that you're getting no loss of suction. How you get no loss of suction is you see kind of like the hourglass here. It forces all of the dirt down to the bottom, leaving all of this free so that you can continue to have strong suction. This is your handle. This pops up, and then this is how you can see your cyclones. There's 8 cyclones, so this is a super
this
powerful.
This is obviously where your filter goes in,
right.
like that.
And
so
that's
this is your washable.
Right. Yep. And then this is your HEPA media, so that your exhaust is being taken care of as well. This is a great vacuum, and it's so easy in your hand.
It doesn't want for anything. It's got all the features that you see in the $400 and $500 level machines, but not at that crazy price. It's $299.95. So let me tell you again, shipping is free. So you're saving about, I think it's $18 or $19 on the shipping. You can break up the payments so you can get it home for a fraction of the price, and I'm telling you, it is worth getting home. I've never seen a vacuum with these features before, not even in the high-end category do you see, you know, the way that you can, it's got that bumper up there that lifts up that allows you to get so close. Not only that, remember the whole thing can turn sideways and you can vacuum with about a quarter of the width.
I'm going to show you that again.
Yeah, we will.
It actually turns up on its side, so 2 inches is all you need to pass through. And what that's great for is, you know, usually once a year, maybe you go behind your couch, your armoire, where that 60-inch TV is, because you're afraid if that tips over. You'll always be able to vacuum on your weekend vacuuming because it turns on its edge, and all it needs is 2 inches to pass behind that couch, that armoire, which is really, I think of my mom. She's in her 80s now. You can't move big furniture anymore. This is your vacuum to have when you can't move that anymore. You don't have to move every single chair because the head is actually smaller, which I'll show you again in a minute. I want you to know that they have onboard tools here. Onboard means they're actually mounted to the machine, so you're not losing them, you're not looking for them. This is the pet brush. Watch this, because this is included. So we turn our brush on and watch what happens here. Whoops, I'm stuck there. I'm actually grabbing this before I even get there. Watch this. Whoop. I'm picking up all that pet hair. So if it's your ottoman, if it's your couch and your kitty's on there and they're leaving behind all their little fur balls, with this, you're picking up all of that dirt, and that's included. You're not paying extra for that. Sometimes they put that in a package and you have to pay extra. Then you're wondering, okay, so I saw everything, but is there real suction power? Yes. Watch how quickly and efficiently I pick up all of this debris. Watch. And again, I'm back, and it's going in there before I get there, and it's all going into the canister. So if I suck all this up, you know I still have suction even though my canister is so full. That's because of the hourglass shape of this. All the debris is pushed down to the bottom, always leaving your air circulation, so you always have suction, you never lose suction, and you do have 8 cyclones.
All right, so here's the update. What do I have left, Jared? I think 250 of these to go around for the entire country. If you want to get it home, again, we've got it on a great flex pay for you. Get it home for only $59.99. The shipping, okay, there it is. It's $16.95. So that's $65 that you're getting, $66 that you're getting off the price. Originally $349. In fact, that was the last air date. We had it at $349. We dropped the price to get it home. And with this minimal amount of quantity that we have left, I mean, I really have got a couple hundred left. And I've also got about 50 or 60 people that are shopping with us, so you can drop that even more. Grab it. I don't think I've ever seen a vacuum. I know I have it with these kind of features. I've never seen a vacuum that can turn up on its side and basically turn itself into about a third of the width, so you can get behind couches, you can get behind furniture. Okay, now there's 200 left. That's what we've got. All right, show them this feature, Vanna, because this is cool, really cool.
This is a great feature. Now, what I want you to know is we left all the power, although this is called the nozzle. And on your canister vacs, that's called the nozzle too. We left all the power, scaled down the nozzle a little bit so it can fit into all those spaces, whether you have a lot of square footage or a little. Now, let me show you this. Ready? Now follow me. Up on its edge. Now I'm 2 inches. Now I'm passing behind that big armoire that I can't move. It's too heavy.
That's crazy.
That 60-inch TV that I'm afraid will knock over. That couch that I haven't vacuumed behind in a year or 2. You can get all that dust and debris out of there because it's only 2 inches. Then I come down, and it just simply relaxes its way again. Let's come over now and look at this, the shutter feature. It's going to save you time because you don't have to go back with a second tool to get that
With our cleaning, and this is my first opportunity to work with Annabelle with the Panasonic Jet Clean. This thing it's called JetForce. It's an amazing vacuum, and we have it at the lowest price we've had. It was $350 the last time it came out. They dropped the price to $299.95. Don't forget the shipping is also free. That's another $17 off. This is the ultimate clean with the best features available. It's got something we call JetForce technology. It never ever will lose suction on you. When you see the head design and how it can be manipulated, it gets the maximum clean edge to edge everywhere. It's easy to maneuver. It's lightweight on your hands because remember it's a canister vac, so the bulk of the weight of the machine is on the floor. You never have to deal with that. It comes with a multi-surface nozzle, which we're going to talk about, and Annabelle talked about a little bit earlier about when you see how cool this is. It's really neat. It works on any type of floor. You get an excellent variety of accessories to go along with this, including your telescoping wand. You get that for extended reach. It's got the edge grabber nozzle. It's got the retractable cord, which I love because the thing I hate about my vacuum is having to wind that cord. Here's Annabelle. She's going to tell you more about it. Hello.
Hi.
2 days in a row for you and me.
I know. It's amazing.
Fantastic.
It is.
I've seen you use this vacuum before. Demonstrate it.
It's really great.
Amazing.
Now, this is one that's had the industry talking because it is so different, and that's the vacuum industry. They were like, did you see what Panasonic did? Now, I also want you to know this is a customer pick already. The magic is kind of in the nozzle. It's a scaled down nozzle, but all the power stayed. And what they did was they wanted to do this so that it can do large surfaces, but also kind of your urban living, your smaller spaces. You can get in all of those smaller spaces with no problem. Now, this is called the nozzle. Even if you had an upright, the part that's cleaning is the nozzle. On this nozzle, now watch, I'm gonna turn sideways because I want you to see this.